Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of yours truly, Lucy Shepherd, back here on the mic. Today's episode is a little sporadic. I haven't had this one planned, but today my coach at practice was talking about mental toughness, and I went, ooh, this is a good topic. Also, currently one of my struggles. So why not come on here and express my thoughts to you all? So, if it seems a little chaotic, we're just going to move on. We're just going to move on and keep you on your toes. Keep it fresh, okay? We're going to be everywhere. So, first thing about Lucy. Why are we talking about mental toughness? That feels so random. It truly is. It truly is. My coach talked about it today at practice, and I was like, ooh, that's something I really struggle at and am not good at. I need to express my emotions. So, here's me expressing my emotions to you guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know you're so excited. You're so excited now. Okay, so let's get right into it. My coach has been giving us these pillars, and today was mental toughness, and she was talking about how it is in society and how do we deal with it as players, but also how do we deal with it as people. And so I just felt a little convicted because I was like, ooh, okay. Because the other pillars have been things that, like, oh, like, bringing God into your game. And I'm like, okay, something easy I can do, something I already do. And this was the first one that I was like, oh, I know I'm bad at this. My bad. But we'll get into my struggles later. Also, shout out to my coach, Allie. She is amazing. 10 out of 10 would recommend. She has been such a light and an inspiration to me this season, and she's been my number one supporter, and honestly, just so kind. Also, for background information, I play. Actually, no. No. Pause. Okay, let's get started with talking about mental toughness in today's society. And you might be like, Lucy, what is mental toughness? And what I'm going to tell you is, number one, I'm not quite sure. Number two, I think mental toughness is the ability to build yourself back up and not let your emotions overcome you, nor your anxiety, or being able to get tougher when it gets tough. You know the saying, like, when it gets tough, the tough get going, which, I don't know. They said that at practice, and I was like, I don't know if that means, like, the tough leave, but that doesn't make sense to me. But I think it means, like, the tough get tougher. So maybe we should change that phrase. I'm not gonna do it, but maybe. And so I think mental toughness in today's society is not talked about. And I think even, like, hearing my coach talk about it, I was like, why does no one talk about this? Like, I feel like this is something that is such a widely known struggle that people, like, we do struggle with getting back up again, or like, just being able to recover ourselves after a hardship in our lives. And I'm like, everyone, I feel like in society we were told, don't do hard things. If it's that hard, why bother? You know, why just take the wide path? Why take the narrow path when you can take the wide one? You know, I feel like, and that's not everyone in our society. I think it's just society in general. Like, we all just decided that, like, oh, we're gonna try the easiest way to do things. We're not gonna do things the hard way, which is, like, a shocking to, like, the generations above us, because I feel like they chose the hard paths. They tried to get better, and they were constantly doing hard things. And I'm sure there were people in there who didn't try hard things either, but I think in a general sense, our society nowadays is getting lazy, and we don't want to do hard things. And I feel like I really want to challenge that, because I know that's true to me. I know that's true to me, that I will always try to find the easiest way to get something done, the easier path, and if I'm like, ooh, that sounds hard, I don't know if I want to do it. You know, like, for an example, I think about college and what major I want to do, and I want to open a business, and so I'm like, okay, I want to major in business, and then I'm like, oh no, those classes sound really boring. I don't know if I want to do that. But that's something hard that I might need to do to fulfill what I can do in the future. And so I think I think also as a society we weigh too much on our feelings, and we truly like let our feelings decide how we react, how we d- like how we adapt in situations, and how we just like change from that. And so, I just thought that was really interesting. And when she was talking about it, I was like, oh, yeah, I can definitely see that because she was like, think about one person in your life who's mentally tough. And I was like literally like playing Jeopardy music. Like, I was like, oh, okay, this is bad. Because if you think about it right now. Like, close your eyes with me and think about a person you think is mentally tough. Because in my mind, while I was thinking, I was like, oh, like, my mom has really good, like, characteristics of somebody who's mentally tough, but I don't know if she is. Oh, I don't know someone who has all the characteristics of being mentally tough. Like, it was kind of one of those things. And so I was like, okay, Lucy, this is something you can work at. This is something you can get better at, and you can be the person who's mentally tough. Because I feel like for me personally, my emotions have always had control over me. I've always been the dramatic sibling, or I've always been the person who's like, I get overwhelmed by my emotions. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. It's who I am. And I can't really totally change that, I am in touch with my emotions that much. But I think I can control it. So let me talk about for me personally and talk about how it kind of affects me as a I play a goalie in soccer, and for me it's such a mentally tough game because I get really down on myself and I get really disappointed because in my mind I'm like, okay, as a goalie, you have one job. Don't let the balls go in the goal. That's your one thing. Do not let a soccer ball cross the line. And that's my one thing. And when I can't do that one thing, I feel powerless. I feel worthless. I feel like, oh my gosh. And my anxiety cripples in. And it's like, your team hates you. They think you suck. They hate you right now. They're so mad because it's your fault. It's all your fault. And it wasn't as bad last year, but it's really hit me this year because I'm like, all of my teammates hate me, but the truth is, my team has been so supportive this year. My best friends, and especially my coach Allie and my coach Coster, have been so supportive this year. And they're like, Lucy, it's not your fault. Like, you don't understand. Like, it's not, you can't always, like, save every ball. Like, and I'm not an amazing player either. Like, maybe I would allow myself to be a little bit harder on myself if I was this D1 commit amazing athlete. I'm not. I'm literally just your average, like, I'm not playing club, I'm not special, like, I'm not really that good. But I should strive to get better, and I think I can I can go as much as I want to get physically better at doing it, but I think the real change is going to happen when I start to decide to become mentally tough because soccer is such a mentally tough game for me. Um And I think I can drag that into the rest of my life. Oh, something's going on at work. Okay, Lucy, take control of your emotions. Don't let it come over you. And don't be the person who's like dragging everyone down. Because my coach was talking about how the people who are mentally weak usually start to drag other people down. And I was like, oh, that really like almost made me mad because I was like, that's not who I want to be. I don't want to be the person who drags other people down. I want to be the person who builds them up. And so I was just thinking about that and I was like, okay, that's going to be you. You're going to be the person who's mentally tough. You're going to do it and you're going to be great. And it was like an epiphany. I was having an epiphany listening to my coach talk about this. And I was like, okay. And she was giving scripture to go along with it. And I was like, okay, Lucy, you are done being mentally weak. Which I'm not saying what happens sometimes isn't sad and that in all situations I should just brush it off and be fine. But I think what my coach emphasized is she was like, we need to let the little things roll off so that we can prepare for the big things when they come. That yes, we can deal with our emotions, but we also have that foundation of, oh, it's really okay. Like, to let the big things have our emotion and not to let the little things have control of our emotion. Because something like a soccer game, when in total, doesn't really matter, shouldn't really affect the total of my mood, and I let it, and then I drag the rest of my team down. And that really bums me out that I would do that. And I know I have, because my attitude when I get upset shuts down. I get down, I start looking at the ground, I get really upset with myself, I start getting short with other people too, and I'm like, oh, that's not who I want to be. And so I was just like, okay, wake up call. So I was sitting there, I was sitting in my car after practice, and I was like, okay, God, hear me pray. God, hear me pray. Pray that you would give me the calmness and the peaceness, that's not a word, but peace, plurally, overcome me with peace. There we go, that sounds better. And just his strength to be mentally tough, because my coach was yet again talking about Jesus. Like, Jesus was fully human and was so mentally tough. Like, you think of the things he went through, and you're like, oh my gosh, that is such a good person to look to. And I was like, I don't know why I've never thought about this, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think anyone talks about this. Like, why is no one talking about this? I don't know. So, new topic, discuss with people you know. Look at the people around you and think, who is mentally tough? How can I be mentally tougher? And I think I'm trying to think of ways that, like, I could tell people to be mentally tough, but I think it's one of those things that I have to know first, and I think I need to get there. I don't know how to be mentally tough yet, and so I don't really have advice to be mentally tough other than what my coach said, which, I mean, right now for me, it's literally just letting the worthless things, like, roll off, and, like, you just gotta get back up. You just gotta get back up, because the also other thing is, life doesn't stop to let you sink in your emotions, to let you drown in your feelings. Life doesn't stop for that. Life keeps going. The game will keep going. You have to keep playing. Like, that's the thing. And we're playing a really difficult team tomorrow. And so I think about that going into tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, okay, God, you've got me. We're going to be fine. We're going to be mentally tough. We're not going to let the game get to us. We're not. Because I don't want it to get to me. I've always hated the way it made me feel. And I just need to recognize that what I'm telling myself are lies. Like, none of it is true about me, about my team. They don't hate me. They're not mad at me, which they have told me multiple times. And for some reason, my brain is always just like, they hate you. You suck. Blah, blah, blah. So, I would encourage all of you to, like, number one, take a second in life to, like, recognize the little things and recognize the moments you need to be mentally tough in school, on the field, like, in life in general. Let the little things roll off. Don't dwell on the little things. And don't let your emotions control those little things, or, like, just don't let those little things overwhelm you. Because, I mean, it's bad to say let the big things overwhelm you, but, like, you don't want to waste your time thinking about all the little things when, if you let the little things take so much of you, then the big things are going to take all of you. Like, so I think it's me trying to learn how to, like, let the little things roll off so that I have more to pour out to others and more to, like, give to the bigger situations. Like, it's almost like when you're fighting with your siblings and your mom's like, pick your battles, choose your battles, and I'm like, okay, I need to choose my battles. And soccer and losing and little things like that are not one of my battles I want to choose. Or I want to pick. So, be mentally tough, guys. I literally, like, I'm just stuck on this topic because I'm like, it's such, like, an awe moment where I'm like, we don't talk about this. And if we do, I feel like if the public does talk about it, it's only in a sports sense. And I feel like it can play into so much more life because we have so many situations that we go through hardship. And I was even talking in my English class today that, like, hardships make you stronger, make you more mature. And I think as we're teenagers and as we're in high school and as we're forming who we're gonna be, it's so important to build such a foundation to be mentally tough and to be able to get back up, because if we don't know how to do that, life is going to be so hard from now on, because it only gets harder, right? Like, there's no point in life where life just gets easy. Like, life is just up and down all the time. So I would pray for you all that You're mentally tough this week. Do it. That you just are. Don't let the little things get to you. Tests. Maybe it's maybe it's a fight with your mom. Maybe it's a game. Don't let it get to you. Really not worth your time. Maybe it's a teacher you don't like. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. As we close, I'd like to end on a random note. My music and movies of the week. Music and movies of the week. It's gonna be my new intro to that. Guys, I have been on my Amy Winehouse grind. I have been on my One Direction grind. Fireproof, wow. Oh, Adele too. Just heard a fire Adele song. It's like, it says something rain something, but it was amazing. Guys, go listen. Go listen to Amy Winehouse, Between the Cheats. Wow, what Mr. Magic? Go listen. Go take a listen. Just know that those have been my vibes recently. Those have been my vibes. Maybe I'll play a little excerpt at the end to get you intrigued. Movies I watched this week. I missed Pride and Prejudice in theaters, and I'm really mad about it because I really wish I would have taken the time to go see that. But it's fine. It's fine. I think I'm gonna go see Revenge of the Sith in theaters because, fun fact, that is my favorite Star Wars movie and the only one I've watched multiple times. I think I've loosely watched 1 through 5, but Revenge of the Sith is my favorite and the only one I've rewatched. So, and the only one I actually know the plot about. So, there's that. I watched Romeo and Juliet yesterday. That was amazing. Go watch. If you have not seen Romeo and Juliet, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? Because, oh, it's just so good. I was watching it yesterday and I was like, this might be one of my favorite movies. Like, top 20. 20 for sure. 25 maybe. But like, the story of Romeo and Juliet, they don't die at the end. So, good news for everybody. No gnomes are dying. No gnomes are dying. Yeah, I haven't really watched anything else special or anything new, really. Guys, I'm gonna have to give this its own time. But Robert Irwin is coming to Dancing with the Stars season 34. Oh my gosh, am I excited. Oh my gosh, am I excited. Wow. Wow. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited. Me and my friend are trying to figure out how we can get to Hollywood to go watch Dancing with the Stars live because we have been diehard fans. If you have been a listener, you know how much I love Dancing with the Stars. I went to the live show in my city in March, and I loved it. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I want to go see it live in Hollywood. I want to so bad. So, yeah, that's kind of it, guys. I hope you guys, this was kind of a random episode, but kind of a short one too, but thanks for listening to my random chaotic thoughts. Go listen to a little Amy Winehouse. Go spend a little time with Jesus this week and remind yourself, don't let the little things get to you. That's my main message for today, and I hope you all have a great week. Bye!